Well, you have to. I mean, it's just one of those things. Either you get it done or you don't get it done. Now, our backs are against the wall. Got one loss already, and in this conference, one loss can sometimes cost you a conference championship. Not the playoffs, but for sure the conference championship. So now we got to hope that we win out and somebody beats, UCM. So, I mean, it's just our kids got to regroup, and, they've had some meetings, by themselves the last couple of days, just making sure they're getting everybody on the same page and kind of understand what we're wanting as a coaching staff done as well. So it's just holding them more accountable. I mean, we hold them pretty accountable already, but now it's really being more disciplined with everything that we do and making sure they're doing things the right way. So we'll see what happens. I think they know it can be done, and then after watching the game, they know the mistakes that they made, and they got to correct those mistakes, for this week and upcoming weeks. But we got a good group of kids. They understand what's at hand, and they don't want to be the group that sets us back. They want to be the group that continues, to do great things here at Fort Hays. So. I know they're going to work their tails off. I know they're going to get their mistakes corrected. We just got to play good football, and we just got to play better. And that's something we didn't do last week, and they know that as well. So, yesterday's practice was pretty good, especially with all the stuff that you install, offensively and defensively. And sometimes those practices are a little bit sloppy, but our kids did a good job of picking those things up and getting after it.
It seemed like every phase.
I think it was probably more of the mental aspect of it than anything else. Just, maybe a guy not doing his job or doing his assignment. And, the punt was one of them. The fake punt was one of them. Just a couple guys didn't do their job. Get a couple guys beat, in the secondary, which shouldn't happen as well. Just getting your eyes in the backfield and not playing the deep ball. Then offensively, just not sustaining drives, not scoring touchdowns in the red zone. And then, when it's 4 or 5 minutes on the clock, we've got to run the clock out. So I think it's just the mental part of it. We got to learn how to finish people off. We got them down, and we just got to get a killer instinct and go finish people off and not relax. And I think that's something we did. We relaxed a little bit, on Thursday, and that's something you can't do in a football game. It was a good start. It's still, we still got to get him to calm down with his jump cuts and his bouncing around so much. I think if he learns to get, one jump cut, get more vertical and trust his blocking up front, that, it'll be even better. So, but it was a good first game for him. Had a couple of nice catches as well for yards. Had a nice little screenplay that he had. Running game was pretty good, but there's still a few holes that he should have hit that he missed. And, if he cleans those things up, I think he could have a pretty good year. He had a great first game, and hopefully, as the year goes on, you see him more and more. To me, it's just his physical size that hurts him right now. He's just so small. Can he take on the grunt of 4 quarters and carrying the ball 20, 30 times, which right now we don't think he can until he puts on the weight. But 10 carries a game, catching the ball out of the backfield. I think he's dangerous. I think he's explosive, and I'm excited about the future with him. They're just solid on both sides of the ball. Offensively, they're similar to us, with a lot of 11 personnel, run game as well, play action, some of the same passing concepts, that we have offensively. I think they got a good tailback. They got a quarterback that runs really well, and the receivers are very talented. They got a couple of tight ends that are strong and physical. O-line is strong across the board as well. So, I see them, they're just solid. They don't make a lot of mistakes. And, they were able to establish a little bit of a run game against Northwest, which is usually pretty hard, but they were able to get some rushing yardage. And a lot of that was with the quarterback run game as well. And, a couple play action things that opened up for them as well just because of the run. But then defensively, they haven't changed a lot since last year. They look kind of the same look, playing some cover 4, playing some cover 1. So, they're just solid. They fit their run fits are very well fitted. Being exactly where they need to be in the run game, but they do a good job in the secondary of getting those passing lanes, and they also do a good job of getting their hands up. So at the D-line level, just knocking some balls down. So, we just got to be prepared for them. Our kids are prepared to go watch film this week and get ready, but we just got to get better. I think we need to worry about what we're doing, make ourselves better, and understand what they're trying to do to us offensively and defensively. Central Missouri just did a great job, I thought. They did a good job. They knew they weren't getting to the quarterback. They kind of just got in the passing lane and got their hands up. That's probably the best I've ever seen a team do it. I've never seen a team do it quite that well. I think they had 4 or 5, just in that game alone. But they were smart with it. They weren't going to get to the quarterback, so I'll find out another way to make a play. But that's the first time I've seen a defense do that, and they did a great job with it. As the game went on, they got better. It's always kind of like that first game as well. Get your timing down. Offensive line is a hard position to play. You got to know each other pretty well. And it just becomes a feel after a while of when knowing a guy's coming off a double team or not coming off a double team. And that takes some time. And I think as the game went on, our guys got more comfortable, especially with us not knowing exactly what they were going to do up front. And, they were pretty athletic up front, I thought. I think it's just our guys understanding their athleticism and getting to the right points and coming off of double teams at certain situations and at the right time as well. And I thought it got better as the game went on. No, it's important every single game. He's got good speed, got great body control. He does a good job, getting off press coverage. He struggled with that early in his years, but now he's been able to use his strength that he's gained over the last 4 or 5 years in the weight room to get off those press coverages. Very good down the field. He's a good vertical threat for us. Being able to get that separation at the last second to catch the ball as well. But, we're going to need him all season long, and him and Harley and Jay and those guys, on the offensive side have got to go make plays for us. And, we expect it week in and week out, not just one game at a time. I thought Chance did well. I really did. Sometimes he gets out of the pocket just a little too soon, I think, sometimes. But when he's out, he's still pretty darn good. He just the one fumble, that was it. But I think I blame that more on our running back than anything else, just with the block, trying to cut blocks, staying up on top of the guy and protecting our quarterback because you can't see that guy coming from behind. But I thought he managed the game well. I thought he stayed calm and cool, made the throws that he needed to make, and a couple of balls were dropped as well. So, but I thought he did an excellent job for his first game. It's right there, and our kids see that as well. And it's just something we got to do in practice is, reset that, put that game behind us, and let's just get better and move forward. We know what's at stake, and we know what we need to do to win ball games. Let's just go, execute and get better each week. So, a little bit was kind of a downer, in practice yesterday. As you could tell, it was down just a little bit. But I think as the day goes on, as the week goes on, we'll get better, and the energy will come back. And we've got a great group of kids. They're hard working, they're committed. They've done everything they need to do to win ball games. It's just putting it all together and staying focused and staying confident and believing in themselves. And I think this group's won a lot of ball games, and they're going to continue to win a lot of ball games, and we're going to win a lot of games this year. Just one with Jaiman. He'll be out 4 to 6 weeks, but other than that, that's it. So we'll get him back here soon. But we just next guy in and let's go play. And we got those guys, and I feel confident with the guys that we put in there for Jaiman now, and they're going to get the job done. It's really this. It's really up to them. It's hydrating themselves properly, not waiting until Wednesday to start hydrating. They needed to start hydrating right after the game. And you could still see it in practice, a little bit yesterday. Some of the guys that had the real bad cramping with just tightness and soreness and things like that. But to me, you just got to take care of your body, and you got to eat properly, and you got to put the right amount of fluids into your body as well. The body's a funny little thing, and you just got to make sure you take care of it. Add a little more salt to your meal, or something like that to help you retain the water. So, it's kind of on them to make sure they're doing things properly to get themselves ready. And, we've got some other things with that Nate has some electrolyte packets that the kids can take as well, just to make sure we keep them up to date, and just making sure they stay hydrated through practice.